State Pony Leg World Series presented by Dick Sporting Goods and
historic Lou Hayes Pony Field. Final opening round game. This is game 6 of this year's tournament. Features the visitors, the Asia Pacific Zone champion, Chinese
from Navajo, Sonora, Mexico. And now, let's meet the starting lineups. First of all, for the visitors from Taichung City, leading off and playing left field, number 10, Chai Hong Tai. Batting second and playing second base, number 7, Tong Yo Zhuang. Batting third and playing right field, number 13, Zihong Yang. Batting fourth, third baseman, number 2, Ian Lo. Batting fifth and playing first base, number 11, Lei Ye. Batting sixth and catching, number 3, Kai Jian Zhen. Batting seventh, the pitcher, number 4, Si-Yu Wu. Batting eighth and playing center field, number 8, Huan-Yi Wu. Batting ninth and playing shortstop, number 6, Yi Fei Hong. Number 1, Chen Hao Chien. Number 5, Yun Chi Tien. Number 9, Yi Chen Lin. Number 12, Chong Rei Chen. Number 14, Zi Shi. Number 15, Yuan Enzo. The manager, Wen Fei Long. Coach, Yung Sen Lin. Business manager, Chun Fong Tao. Taichung City, Chinese Taipei. Now for the Mexico champions from Navajo. Leading off, the right fielder, number 6, Cesar Mendeville. Batting second and playing shortstop, number 10, Jose Figueroa. Alberto Borquez. Batting sixth and playing third base, number 23, Axel Mendeville. Batting seventh and playing left field, number 9, Andres Munoz. Batting eighth and playing center field, number 56, Santiago Amada. Speaking with your caps. Thank you to all veterans and active duty members of the United States Armed Forces for your service. We invite you to render a hand salute during the Star-Spangled Banner. Almighty God, help us to realize that we are gathered here to watch young people play baseball, not to second-guess strategy, dispute decisions, or question ability. That we are here to cheer, to encourage, to join in the fun that is baseball. Not to jeer, discourage, or otherwise degrade the game. That while officials and players are expected to perform within the bounds of certain standards, we also, as spectators, are expected to conduct ourselves within the bounds of good sportsmanship. May this contest end without injury, without feelings of ill will, without disgrace, but as an activity worthy of thy blessing. Amen.
Historic Lou Hayes Pony Field in Washington, Pennsylvania is the site for Game 6 of the 2026 Printscape Pony League World Series. Good afternoon, I'm Joe Bricado. Thanks for joining us for the first of 3 games that we will bring you this afternoon. It features the defending champion, Taichung City Chinese Taipei, taking on Navajo, Mexico. Chinese Taipei looking to defend their title after they won 6 consecutive elimination games last year to do so. They went 5-0 in qualifying for this tournament, allowing just 5 runs in the process. Navajo, Mexico, already with 1 victory under their belts. They defeated South Hills, Pennsylvania 4-3 in 8 innings, with Jesus Valenzuela delivering a walk-off single for Mexico. To the gentlemen calling the action in this one, we take you upstairs to Lanny Fratteri and Tyler Barnett.
All right, Joe, thank you very much. By the way, when I announce these games for the Pony League World Series, my scorecard, I have the regular lineups with uniform numbers and positions, and then I have the phonetic pronunciation. Obviously quite necessary. Let's see, it's Tyler Barnett, right?
Correct.
Yes. I read that down.
That might be the first time in all these years you've gotten it correct. Yes.
Okay. So first game for Chinese Taipei, but an exciting win for the boys from Mexico.
Yes, it was. It was great. Last night, Diego Ruiz threw 5 complete innings, gave up just 3 hits and had 9 strikeouts during the game, and he did all of that on 65 pitches, and we talk about the pitch counts constantly. That leaves Diego with 3 days rest so he can come back and pitch in the championship game on Wednesday night. And the hero, Jesus Valenzuela, was a courtesy runner until the 6th inning when he entered to play second base and delivered that walk-off single in the bottom of the 8th to score Cesar Mendival.
So the home team for Game 6 of the Pony League World Series for 2026, brought to you by Printscape, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. By the way, we should point out, we will do that in a moment. Let's first of all talk about pony baseball. 80 feet between the bases, 54 feet from the mound to home plate, 250 down the lines, 285 to the power alleys, 305 feet to straightaway center field. We've been doing okay weather-wise. The one hiccup was Friday night, lightning in the area, so the second game Friday night was suspended and then picked up on Saturday morning. There was some bad weather that came through western Pennsylvania last night, so the grounds crew really had to work hard to get this field ready. So here is the batting order for Chinese Taipei. Please note there are 2 Wus in the lineup, including the pitcher C.U. Wu and Huan Yi Wu. Chinese Taipei, always a pre-tournament favorite defensively for Mexico, with Muñez, Umada, Cesar Mendival in right field, and Axel at third, Figueroa, Jesus Valenzuela at second, Borquet at first, Noah Valenzuela behind the plate. By the way, in case you don't know this, Fernando Valenzuela, the great Los Angeles Dodger pitcher, was from Navajo, Mexico. So glad you decided to join us for a Sunday of baseball, and we're underway. Chinese Taipei came out of Haichung Airport, flew to Seattle, and then to Pittsburgh. Been here since Wednesday. This Chinese Taipei team went to PNC Park last night and watched the Pirates and the New York Mets in a convincing 9-0 Pirate win over the Mets.
Three straight 87-mile-an-hour fastballs.
87, that's good?
87.
That's good?
Pretty good.
What's the average for a 14-year-old?
For at this stage, you know, at the World Series, we're looking at about 78 to 82 on the fastball. Typically, that's top end of the average. We're average, I would say, 75 to 78. especially once we start to get into, Monday and Tuesday and pitching staff start to get depleted. But 87 is one of the tops that I've seen here in the years that I've done this.
The dugouts here at Lou Hayes Pony Field are right below the press box, almost directly behind home plate. Bit of a challenge for catchers when they need to check with the dugout. Yeah, we start the game with a strikeout of Shang.
Second baseman, number 7, Tonyo Zhang.
And Tonyo Zhang will bat second baseman. California's won 22 Pony League World Series championships. Teams from Chinese Taipei have won 12. And it happens that teams from Chinese Taipei have a record of 12-5 when playing in Pony League World Series championship games. And Chinese Taipei, Taichung City, the defending champions. Good pitching on the hands. Oh-2 pitch. Popped. And back out of play. Now 12 Pony League World Series titles for teams from Chinese Taipei, winning 6 in the last 10 years. Of course, there was not a Pony League World Series tournament in 2021, and we did not have international teams play in 2021. 2020 COVID, no tournament. There was a tournament in 2021, but no international teams. Jesus Valenzuela, 2 down. Home plate umpire Ushka Hadzus from Berlin, Germany, calling balls and strikes. Jim DeWeese, who hails from Washington, Pennsylvania, the umpire at first. Ron Ross from Cannonsburg, umpiring at second, and Michael Van Hove from Belgium is the umpire at third. That pitch knocking his glove off the hand of Valenzuela.
But knocks off the glove of a lot of people. 87 miles an hour. The mound on this Pony Field, 54 feet. Typical mound at the college, major league level, high school level, 60 feet 6 inches. The conversion for this for 87 miles an hour is 95. So these Chinese Taipei hitters are essentially facing the reaction time of a 95 mile an hour fastball.
Well, that's a great point. How'd you figure that out?
Math.
Yeah.
Yes, that's where
I mean,
you
is there some place on your phone where you can
the internet.
That in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The internet gives me a conversion table for that.
That's a great point.
So the reaction time of a 95 mile an hour fastball, which, looking at high level college baseball like we did all year, that's top range of starters is going to be, 92 to 93, tops at 95.
Who threw the hardest of the pitchers we saw at West Virginia?
It's probably Dawson Montesa, whenever he was pumping 98 in that relief role at the end of the year. So 98 miles an hour was the top of what we saw. And that's a team that made it to Omaha. And looking at this and Iker Leva, essentially 95 miles an hour at 14 years old.
Speaking of mounds, any big deal that pitchers warm up on flat ground before the game starts?
Yes. Yeah, I think that is a big difference. I do. I really do. I think that is a big difference. And whenever you go to a field, that's typically one of the first things as a coach that you check is the height of the mound.
Fly ball that keeps carrying, and it is a one-out double. I'm not sure why, but Munoz did not go quickly back for that fly ball. It kept drifting. And consequently, the ball went over his head.
Yeah, that ball got up really high, and it just seemed to kind of carry. It wasn't hit particularly hard on a line. Usually whenever you see balls off the bat on a line, they look like they're going to, drive into the outfield. But that one got higher and just kind of stayed up.
Two out, double. Ian Lowe, third baseman, in the cleanup spot. By the way, this is a crossover game, meaning that the loser of this game will be moved from the bottom part of the bracket to the top.
Last night's game also a crossover. The Washington County. The game that Washington County won last night. And that sends Hidalgo, Texas to the opposite side of the bracket.
So what happens here is the loser of this game will play at 10 a.m. tomorrow against the winner of today's game between Paderborn, Germany and Bay County, Michigan. That is our second game of the day. The winner of this game will play tomorrow at 7 o'clock against Hagerstown. Capper to left center field. Hit by Lowe. Driving in the game's first run. 1-0. High-Chung City leads 2 hits back-to-back after 2 outs.
There's a breaking ball that stays up in the zone. Lowe gets a great bat on it, drives it in, and now we've got our first run of this contest today early with 2 outs in the first.
Brings up Leia, first baseman. Two down. As Leva struck out the first batter of the ball game, then got the pop up to second. And with that, we're going to have a conference. Three games today, 4 tomorrow, 4 on Tuesday. Strike call. Thanks to our executive producer, Mike Parsons, able to beam all these games on a whole host of different networks. Been on KDK Plus. We've been on Sportsnet Pittsburgh today. We are on. And European network, a station down in Puerto Rico. And, of course, always streaming on the web on the Pony League World Series website. And the wild pitch. It's low at second base. One pitch. And foul back out of play. Just so happens that we quite frequently have our friends from Chinese Taipei join us at the Pony League World Series, and always expect that Bay County, Michigan will be here. And the Rivette family be represented. Talking about Chinese Taipei and Taeyong City, the principal of the baseball academy is here. Ball looped into right center field. 2-0 Chinese Taipei. Yeah, is able to drive in low.
See how this ball checks up in the outfield. It's evidence of the rain that this field got last night. See it checks up there, and center fielder Almada has to correct course and run in to get that.
Manager Muñoz to the mound.
No nos hemos establecido. Establécete. Si te sientes más confiado con la recta, vamos con recta. Tú veme el picheo y tú voltea a verme, pero no se la des, porque la están avisando. Ok, la están avisando. Que me voltee a ver y tú también. Nomás la confirmo.
Que la habíamos cambiado.
Ah, ok. Ah, bueno, no, entonces te la voy a seguir dando a ti. Fierro. Vamos con recta entonces.
First trip, yeah. Hey guys, let's go.
we may have international teams, and we have a number of different languages that are part of the festivities, but one thing that is constant, the need for the umpire to go out and break up a conference.
Yes.
Guys, Yen, catcher. 3 straight hits, including a couple of doubles. We had the double of Z over the head of the left fielder, the single to the gap in left center, and then the double to the gap in right center. Line to right. Lay around third. Scores 3-0 Chinese Taipei. 4 consecutive hits.
4 straight hits, 3 straight runs, all of those with 2 outs, 2 quick outs in this game. Ty with the strikeouts, Wong with the fly out to second base, and then double, single to put a 3 spot up here on top of the first.
Courtesy runner here. Z-E Shi is the courtesy runner. So how are you hitting with runners in scoring position? Well, we're 3 for 3.
Yeah. What's your batting average with runners in scoring position? 1.
Runner going, pitch a strike. Out at second base. Figueroa makes the tag in the Taichung City top of the first. 3 runs on 4 hits. Nobody left on base. And Navajoa, Mexico coming to bat. The lineup for Navajoa, Mexico, a couple of Mendevilles, spots 1 and 6, a couple of Venezuelas, 4 and 9. That lineup against C.U. Wu.
Wu's fastball has been upper 70s, so nothing like what Leiva's fastball was.
And Wu on the mound, Wu in center field. So work for the team from Navajoa, Mexico.
By the way,
down 3-0.
Dan Lohman came in between innings and showed me a more accurate conversion. I guess it would be software. And I typed in from 54 because the one that I had was 55 and it used round numbers. So from 54 feet, that 87-mile-an-hour fastball was equivalent to a 97.5-mile-an-hour fastball at the major league level, or the college level, or the high school level. So 97. These Chinese Taipei hitters double single off of essentially 98 miles an hour reaction times.
That's great stuff.
0.423 seconds.
Okay,
was the reaction time.
It was great stuff. Okay, good. That's it.
Do you want me to go any further?
No, it was great stuff. Okay. And Tyler Barnett knows that. I think that's great information right there. But
that's the limit.
I am not a big fan of launch angle.
I'd like to know what the effective velocity was on that fastball, because it did look like it had a little bit of a ride on it.
See, my argument is, and Tyler's tired of hearing this, but my argument is, if this distance obsession with baseball people, there's the strikeout of Vendaval. My argument is that if Tyler Barnett hits a grand slam and it goes 325 feet, and I hit one 600 feet with nobody on base, which one is a bigger deal?
Yours.
Okay. No, yours. All right, now Figueroa. Figueroa, a solo home run in the game yesterday, and the 4-3 win over South Hills. By the way, in that 8th inning yesterday, when Navajoa came up with its winning run, it loaded the bases without the luxury of a base hit. There was a hit batsman, fielder's choice off a bunt. There was an intentional walk, and then the Jesus Valenzuela base hit with 2 outs. Speaking of Diego Ruiz, and we have a couple of times, he pitched 5 innings in that game yesterday. We have had, in this tournament this year, we've had 2 pitchers that have recorded 9 strikeouts in a game. Ruiz, 9 strikeouts in that win yesterday, and did it in 5 innings. Line shot into the gap in left center field. Figueroa held to a single. Center fielder Wu gets it back in quickly.
Yeah, Figueroa picking up where he left off yesterday. Was 1 for 3 in that game yesterday, but had a home run. A solo home run. Hit that in the 5th inning.
The pitcher Leyva, who had 3 hits yesterday. 9 strikeouts for Diego Ruiz against South Hills yesterday. Rogan Gonzalez of Hidalgo, Texas, had 9 strikeouts in 4 innings yesterday. That was in the Texas loss to Washington County.
And Texas was in control of that game.
Through 5.5 innings.
Well, through the, the 50 pitches that Gonzalez was in.
A 1-0 lead, it turned out to be, was carried into the bottom of the 6th inning. And then the very aggressive Washington County team took some gambles, ended up scoring 7 runs in the bottom of the 6th. After being no hit through 5.
No hit through 5. And this was what I kept saying this last night, because it was just, they tied the game up without a hit. They were hitless until they tied the game.
I bet when you drove home last night.
I couldn't believe it.
Well, when you drove home in Mount Morris last night, I bet your wife was sitting there waiting for you to say, "Tell me about that Washington County game."
Oh, you'll never believe it. Guess what happened. And I just finished talking about it the hour before I got here.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the first thing she wanted to know when you walked in the door. Honey, it's great to see you, but tell me about that Washington County game.
You wait till I go home and tell her that I saw a kid throwing 87 today.
And then she'll say, well
what's the
that's like
conversion of
97, yeah.
What did Lanny think about that?
Ball and 2 strikes, and Leva with a man aboard. Pitch out.
I don't like that.
You know, I was just thinking the same thing.
I don't like that.
You got a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you've got a 3-0 lead. That's a 1-2 count. Your guy is way ahead. Now it's an even count. If for some reason he misses a pitch here, now you're in a full count. The runner can take off, and it's just, if you're ahead in the count, yeah, I mean, but you're not that far ahead. Now you're in an even count, 2-2 count. Doesn't matter.
As Leva chases a pitch clearly out of the strike zone. 2 down. And Noe Valenzuela.
Pitcher number 25, Noe Valenzuela.
Two players with the last name Valenzuela, neither one wearing number 34. Noe 25, and Jesus wears number 2. Speaking of numbers, and in my preparation for the Pony League World Series and talking to the players, and I've tried to talk to just about everyone who has come to Washington County, most of the players select their number, but that's not the case for the Chinese Taipei team. They're numbered 1 to 15. I guess they could choose between 1 and 15, but that's it. 1 to 15, and Chinese Taipei has 15 players. So does Guaynabo, Puerto Rico. Navajoa, Mexico has 14 players. 12 players for the team from Hidalgo, Texas. 12 players for the team from West Covina, California.
Wow.
Oh, yes! Oh, my gosh, that was spectacular. Dua Lipa, I'm levitating. We have 2 great catches to show you, folks. I know we're only in the 2nd inning. We have 2 great catches to show you.
The Ife Hung levitating, as you say. I mean, that I'm sore from that. That was full extension. And then last night.
I've been told that catch made by that fan was on the ESPN top 10.
Oh, was? Yeah.
That's what I heard, yes. By the way, my grandson Spencer Terry, who is the high home camera person, that was his camera shot, yeah, and
in focus the
stayed
whole time.
In focus the whole time, and
followed the kid down the hill.
Yes.
He even got the kid afterwards shaking his arms out because it hurt from the fall.
All right, 3-0. Siyu Wu, bottom third of the batting order for Chinese Taipei. By the way, while we're talking about my grandson Spencer, who a graduate of Waynesburg University, we've been fortunate that WVRC Media has hired a good number of our students from Waynesburg University to be a part of the crew for the Pony League World Series, including this year my grandson and Luke Andrusic and Ethan Sporzarski and Brett Gambito and Scott Donnelly. Next to us, Randy Gore doing the play-by-play for WJPA. Randy's a graduate of Waynesburg University's sports broadcasting. Aaron Thompson is working here in the press box. He is out of Waynesburg University.
I went to high school not far from Waynesburg University.
Did you go to high school in Mount Morris?
Clay Battelle High School in Blacksville, West Virginia. I mean, straight shot down from Waynesburg. 218 South, end up right in Blacksville.
(3-0) Chinese Taipei. A team from the Asia Pacific zone has played in 16 of the last 20 championships and winning 10 of the 16.
Lost the opening game last year to Simi Valley, California, and then rattled off 6 straight wins through the losers bracket. I mean, we always talk about how tough it is to come out of the losers bracket in this tournament, but they made it effortless last year.
And that was the second time that Chinese Taipei had done that.
I think Bob Gregg had mentioned that there were only 6. That's only happened 6 times in the history of the Pony World Series.
What did we decide, Scott? It was 7? Is that what it was? Did you lose the first game and win out from there? You showed me the note. I think it's 7.
Oh, 9 times.
Oh, 9 times.
I was way off.
Oh, I'm way off with you. Chinese Taipei did it in 2009. Lost its first game of that tournament to Puerto Rico.
So it happened in 1960 when Illinois won, 1966 Greensboro, North Carolina, 1971 California, 1973 Santa Clara, California, 1976 Tampa, Florida, which we had that team here last night, honoring them, 1992, 2001 Puerto Rico, and then 2009 Chinese Taipei, 2026 Chinese Taipei.
Okay, and back to the matter of hand with Leva's back to dealing as he was at the outset of the game.
Back-to-back strikeouts.
Yeah, had retired the first 2 batters of the first inning, but then gave up 4 consecutive hits. Yi Fei Hong in the 9th spot of the batting order.
Now, wasn't he supposed to lead off this inning?
Yeah.
Because he made that diving play? I thought that's how it worked.
See, the reason Tyler's bringing that up is that because he knows that I include that as one of the 9 lies or one of the 9 misstatements that are made typically by baseball announcers.
Mm-hmm. And
baseball announcers always say, "Oh, the guy that makes the great catch
always leads off,"
and it doesn't happen. The thing is, everybody that announces baseball, it comes to their mind when it happens, but they don't think about it, or it does not come into their brain when it doesn't happen.
Also, if you hear me refer to the pitching mound as the bump,
oh my gosh,
it is just to get under the skin.
Just to get under my skin. I was 33 years in the big leagues, 33 years, and I never heard a major league player or manager refer to it as the bump. Another misstatement. It is not runners at the corners. Mm-hmm. There are 4 corners.
There are 4 corners. Also, no such thing as a ground rule double.
It is a book rule double. If you don't believe me, ask Bob Prince. 3-0 Chinese Taipei. The way it was intended to be done. With one guy.
Alone.
With one guy.
Yeah.
Okay? That's the way radio baseball should be done.
One man telling a story.
No offense, but we don't need no stinking color people for radio broadcasts.
Well, who's going to tell you how far the home run went?
Oh yeah,
and
or how many times the ball goes into the Allegheny River?
Right, or the horizontal break on that on that curve.
Yeah. It's a radio broadcast, okay? And so the play-by-play guy has to be descriptive. He has to paint the picture. He can't do that if the color guy's always there
Talking,
yapping and saying dumb, unimportant things.
I mean, not all guys
and
do
if
that,
you don't
right?
believe me, know the fact that Vin Scully, the greatest baseball announcer ever, worked alone.
He didn't work completely alone. He had his cue card.
Yeah, cue card, sure, no.
He has cue card.
No,
yeah.
in Scully's case, mainly, I mean, I tell the story about having watched him work, but mainly Scully had a phenomenal brain. Didn't need 4 by 6 cards. 1 ball, 1 strike on Axel Mandeville, who pitched 3 scoreless innings of relief in the game yesterday. Don't minimize the importance of Axel's role in that 4-3 win over South Hills yesterday. Base hit. And 2 men on, nobody out here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Navajoa, Mexico, trying to get back into this ball game. Fell behind 3-0 after the top of the 1st inning. And there's activity, by the way, in the left field corner.
What do you think I'm going to say here?
What, stay on your feet?
Bunt.
Oh, bunt here.
Bunt.
Oh, yeah.
Bunt. Oh, but do you really want to bunt with your 8-9 guy? Yes. Yes. A new pitcher coming in.
So we're in the bottom of the 2nd, nobody out, 2 men on. 3-0, Chinese Taipei.
Your lawn isn't just...
Chen is the new pitcher.
Anybody watching might think, oh, well, he was only at 23 pitches. Why is he coming out already? This is typical of a Chinese Taipei team. Is first sign of trouble, get him out there, get somebody new in. You will see a lot of pitching changes from the team in white today.
Well, the bunt was anticipated, and the wheel play was on with both of the corner infielders charging and the shortstop going to 3rd. And this time the shortstop sneaks in behind 2nd base. Probably premeditated is probably the plan. We do the wheel play, doesn't work, we just automatically pick off again. Got him. Oh, my goodness. And we got another dislodged base.
That was a very quick pick move. And the ball was right on the money.
You have any of that Gorilla Glue? We've got to work on that bag. Last night it dislodged.
Well, it's a plate. There's a bottom plate with like little grippers up underneath of it, and the base dislodges at any sign of pressure. You can see them brushing it off there.
By the way, I thought the runner was out at 2nd.
I thought so too. You can see right there, catch, tag, base.
Safe?
Out. Out. Catch, tag, base.
So in the big leagues, there's a spike that goes into the ground.
Down into the ground.
That's not the case for you in baseball.
No. It is a safety base. It is meant to save ankles and knees, and at any force it dislodges. Now you'll notice that whenever they round the base, that it will not dislodge because there's pressure being pushed down on it, and therefore it won't dislodge. But any pressure of a slide dislodges that base.
2 men on, nobody out. 3-0. Chinese Taipei leads. Bunt. Pitcher to 2nd baseman.
Great
Sacrifice.
job.
1-4, 2 runners move up to 2nd and 3rd.
perfectly executed. 2 runners in scoring position now.
Santiago Amata. Here's the opportunity for Navajo, Mexico to pick up a run or two, down by 3. College baseball has the ancillary base at first base. I think we'll be seeing youth baseball go to that soon.
High school approved that this year.
Did they?
So going forward in 2027, that will be not required, but an option for high school teams. Is it an FHS approved that?
You know, you might be just a fair husband, but you're one heck of a color analyst.
Thank you.
I mean, I don't need you on radio, but
no, you do that alone. I'll hand you some cue cards though.
Throw to third. And back safely, Borquez. Middle infield is playing back, so Chinese Taipei ready to concede a run. Center fielder Wu quite shallow. Matter of fact, all 3 of the outfielders are in closer than
back.
Double play. And that's it for the bottom of the 2nd inning. It was an inning that had promise, but it's been short-circuited. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on, 3-0 Chinese Taipei. Here's Tyler Barnett's one of Tyler's statements about misinformation from announcers. You don't freeze on a line drive.
No, you do not freeze. You react back. You always react back on a line drive. As soon as you see that ball up in the air, it doesn't matter where it is, at somebody, between two, you always react back, because once it gets through the infield, then you can score. I mean, you're 60 feet away at that, or what is this? 80 feet? You're 80 feet away. You know, if a ball gets through the infield, you're 80 feet away, you can score. But, you know, that's one of the things. And I hear that constantly, you know, around youth baseball. I hear people say, hey, you're going to freeze on a line. No, if you freeze on a line, it's too late. It is too late. And that's a 2nd inning in a row that Chinese Taipei has ended the inning on an extraordinary play. You had the diving catch by Yifei Hong back in the 1st, and then that double play by Ian Lowe.
Opportunity here to try to tweak the infield a little bit. Commented earlier, we had some storms come through western Pennsylvania, and the grounds crew out here early this morning to put it all together.
No, it's incredible that the field looks and plays the way that it does, with how much rain we got last night.
Our coverage locally on Sportsnet Pittsburgh Plus, that's the story for the 2:30 game, and then Pirates playing this afternoon against the Mets. A special program in between games of the doubleheader. That 2nd game today featuring Bay County, Michigan, and an important game in the tournament, Bay County, Michigan against Paderborn, Germany. The loser of this game will play the winner of that contest between Paderborn and Bay County. Zhong Hong Tai leading off this third inning, struck out his first time up.
And once you get to the 3, 4, 5, 6 guys, that's where Chinese Taipei strung hits together. It's one of the things that you tell pitchers is, you know, it's okay to give up a hit in an inning. 1 hit, maybe 2 hits, but you can't let the other team string them together, and you can't start throwing walks, adding walks in there as well. You know, 1 hit an inning, 2 hits an inning, not going to hurt you. But it's whenever, and to scatter them at one batter at the top of the inning and then another one near the end with nobody on, it's not going to hurt you. It's when teams start to string hits together that you really start to see the difference on the scoreboard.
Three runs on 4 consecutive hits for Taichung City in the first inning. Pitch up high. This Chinese Taipei team, the new Taipei City team, won the championship in 2022. By the way, Chinese Taipei at one time in the history of this tournament had a 17-game winning streak, and it was brought to a close by Johnstown, Pennsylvania. But as it turned out, Chinese Taipei went on to win the next 4 in a row, including a 4-1 victory over Monterrey, Mexico in the championship game that August of 2022. Making it 21 wins and 22 outings.
You had a replacement glove thing?
Probably not the first glove that Iker Leva has broken.
That's the only one?
Yeah, because the other one happened the same.
Here, the other team.
Yeah, you can ask.
What did they say where the other one was?
The other one, same thing happened.
Or you can ask upset.
Would you tell your pitcher to quit throwing so darn hard?
Director.
Pues sí, a lo mejor.
That's up to the director of the team, maybe.
Sí, está mejor.
You know, we need like, for gloves, we need like one of those Safe Light trucks.
Hey, you give me some lace, the tool to lace it up, in about 15 minutes, and I can have that fixed for you.
Yesterday one, today the other.
So the first baseman is now going to have an outfield glove, and the catcher is now going to have a first baseman's
So
mitt.
it's an field glove, it's okay? No, just it's okay for a field glove? Yeah, okay.
Gonna have to keep it in the
You want to
in the
take some
pocket.
pictures? Hey.
So
Take
that
some
is
pictures
legal.
for the glove?
First baseman glove used by catcher is legal. Well,
Yeah.
Greg filling us in on the details of that.
Well, from a coaching standpoint, I would steal every chance that I get right now, because the pocket on that glove is so much bigger than a regular catcher's mitt. It's going to be a lot harder for Valenzuela to be able to get that out of his glove into his hand to make a throw.
Pitch up and in. And Hong Tai is struck out for the second time. 4 strikeouts for Ikar Leva.
Second baseman, Chong Yo-Zong.
Zong 0 for 1, popped up to second base in the first inning. Isn't it interesting that the glove worn by every position except catcher is a glove?
Yeah.
But the leather that is on the left hand of catchers
is a mitt. I call the first baseman. I call it a first baseman's mitt.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I'm right. I'm rarely right, but I call it a first baseman's mitt.
The winner of this game to play Hagerstown at 7 o'clock tomorrow. Getting ready to start eliminating teams from the tournament. 10 teams participating at the outset. When we get to our second game today, the loser of the Paderborn Bay County game will be packing its bags. The players from that team will be. And then the 6 o'clock game today, the team that loses in the West Covina South Hills contest, the loser is eliminated. And 2 outs. You know, I mentioned a moment ago that Tyler and I are sitting right next door to Randy Gore. Randy's doing the play-by-play for the radio. And you know, TV announcers don't have to over-talk the game. No. There are those moments when you let the game breathe. I'm reminded, though, when sitting here today, I'm reminded of my first year in the big leagues in 1976. The first time I went to Dodger Stadium. Remember, 1976, that's when people took transistor radios to the ballpark.
Right.
And especially in Los Angeles, because Dodger fans wanted to hear Scully.
Yes.
And so I would pause on the radio broadcast, and I would hear all over the stadium, I would hear Vince Scully's voice. And then the challenge for me was I would hear Scully go, and here's the windup and the 3-2 pitch. And I would find myself saying, and here's the windup and the 3-2 pitch. Zihong Young. Nobody on, 2 down. So this third inning, so far playing out like the first inning did, but consider the fact that after getting the first 2 outs of the inning, Leva gave up 4 consecutive hits and Chinese Taipei scored 3 runs. And back to the padding here at Lou Hayes Pony Field. It's a very quaint ballpark, a great place to watch baseball here in Washington Park. I hope those of you that are watching our telecast think about coming out to watch the Pony League World Series. And remember, this field is nowhere near where the Wild Things play. Other side of town. Rather casually, Borquez goes to the bag, and Leva's set down Chinese Taipei 1-2-3 in each of the last 2 innings. We had a cloudy Saturday morning, but nevertheless. Bottom of the third. Jesus Valenzuela had the game-winning hit. Bottom of the 8th inning yesterday. The team from Navajo, Mexico, making plans to come with its second pitcher when we get to the 4th inning. A 4-3 win in 8 innings over South Hills, and Mexicans' first game of the tournament.
Yeah. See the walk-off hero right here. Jesus Valenzuela didn't start the game. Entered in the, what was that, the 5th inning, I believe? 6th inning. Entered in during a pitching change to play second base. Got 2 at-bats. And the last at-bat in the 8th inning. Deliver the walk-off.
The team from South Hills lost a game last year to Monterrey, Mexico, and it was a loss in the 8th inning by way of a walk-off home run hit by Angel Ponce. And it happens again. It happened again to the South Hills team. Walk-off loss to a Mexican team. 1 out.
A lot of movement on that pitch.
Nobody on. 3-0 in favor of Taichung City.
Big gap in right field, right center field.
Low. Yeah. The 5-3 second out. Chen on the mound now. He came on in the 2nd inning, so he's retired 4 in a row. Aziel Figueroa. This team from Mexico. The club bust to Phoenix, Arizona from Navajoa, and then to Dallas to Pittsburgh. Navajoa is located on the western part of Mexico, over near the Gulf of California, opposite side from the Gulf of Mexico. You know, when I think about pirate players that came out of Mexico, one of my favorites was Mario Mendoza, who came out of Chihuahua, Mexico. Really a great guy and a smooth shortstop.
Yeah.
He may be one of the smoothest shortstops I have ever seen. Always annoyed me that some pompous sportscaster referred to anybody hitting under 200 as the Mendoza line.
Yeah. Smoother shortstop than Jack Wilson?
What about Jack Wilson?
Was he smoother than Jack Wilson?
Oh, he was, yes.
Yeah.
But you know, the reality about what I've experienced from that position, the 3 championships the Pirates won, 60, 71, 79. They had shortstops that were solidly consistent.
Yes.
Okay, it wasn't flashy. Okay?
That's the keystone of a great team.
Gene Alley and Dick Grote, 1960. 1971, Jackie Hernandez. Okay. 1979, Tim Foley.
Yeah.
You know, Foley was not at all flashy, just made the plays.
Yep. That's the keystone of a great team as a defensive shortstop.
1, 2, 3. Mexico retired in the third. On to the fourth we go. Chinese Taipei leads 3-0. Mamea is the new pitcher, and Leyva moves to first base.
Several defensive changes for Navajoa.
So 2 days there.
Entering the game in the 5 spot and now pitching, number 19, Luis Mamamea. Entering the game in the 1 spot and now playing left field, number 31.
It's not Mamma Mia, it's Mamma Mea. We're in the fourth inning.
Number 21, Ether Leyva. And moving to right field, number 9, Andres Munoz. Leading off the Chinese Taipei 4th inning will be the third baseman, number 2, Yi Yan Lo.
Was there a change also in the outfield?
Yeah, all the outfield positions changed. I'm getting it cleaned up here. Just give me a moment.
That is still Almada in center field. I guess Munoz has moved to right.
So Luis Antonio Enriquez enters in the leadoff spot for Cesar Mendival.
Who's in that spot now?
Luis Antonio Enriquez.
Okay,
31.
4, all right.
31. And he enters in that first spot, that leadoff spot for Cesar Mendival, the right fielder. And then everybody moves over from there. Let's see. Left fielder Andres Munoz will go over to right field, and the center fielder will stay the same.
Iker, tírale una.
I'll try.
What they did is they went down to Dick's Sporting Goods. There's one just down the street. They went to Dick's Sporting Goods, and they quickly went to the get-go. They got the Dick's Sporting Goods gift card.
Yep.
So they get the free fuel perks.
Right.
And then there's a get-go right there in Washington, right there in that shopping plaza, and there's a Dick's right there, brand new Dick's, just opened last year, and it's all taken care of.
It's from the new pastime collection. That glove won't break. It's seen some pitches.
Lee Ya had the RBI double, one of the 4 consecutive hits, built the 3-0 advantage for Taichung City. Chasing the pitch down out of the zone, 1 ball, 2 strikes. we have commented from time to time about the challenge of moving into the losers bracket. Something that neither one of these teams wants to do. And if you drop down and suffer an early loss in the tournament, it necessitates that to go on to the championship game, you've got to play and win 2 games on Tuesday, and play and win 2 games on Wednesday. And consider that one of the challenges for all the managers part of this tournament is the pitching and who's available based on how much work they put in earlier in the tournament.
And you see a lot of pitch count management early in the tournament. Game 1, winners bracket games. Once you get into that losers bracket, it's a lot of just trying to survive. Put your best guy out there and let him go.
Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Well, the Mexican pitchers the 2 of them have combined to retire 8 in a row. Kai Shenjiang, RBI single in the first, and ball 1. Nobody on, 2 down in the 4th inning. Called strike 3-1. Taichung City coming up with those 4 consecutive hits. Double, single, double, single. Drove in 3 runs. 3-1 pitch. And a base on balls.
First base runner in 3 innings now.
And the first walk of the game.
Yeah.
He did have a hit batsman in the 2nd inning.
New pitcher, Chong Ray Chen here.
First plate appearance for him. Left-handed pitcher, left-handed batter. Scheduled to be a 7-inning ball game. As it's turned out so far in the tournament, we've had 2 5-inning games. The 8-inning win for Navajoa, Mexico over South Hills yesterday. And a couple of 7-inning games. Ball fouled back in that Washington County 7-1 win over Hidalgo, Texas. Our final game of the day yesterday. Miguel Puente, the manager of Hidalgo, Texas, was tossed out of that game, arguing there were a couple of questionable calls, or at least questionable in the minds of the folks from Texas. play at the plate and then play at second base involving the dislodged base. Huge jump and a slow roller and a base hit. Second baseman tripped over first base, and it's 4-0 Chinese Taipei. The runner at first is out after missing or after not getting by after going past first base. We'll sort it all out for you when we come back. Tyler, sort it out for us, will you?
Oh, you're going to make me do this, huh?
Slow roller.
Slow roller. Now here's the thing: is Kizan Zen never stops running from first base, so he's first to third at this point, and then after that throw, which gets away from Mexico, Zen comes around to score. But right there, you see Chang Rei Chen. After he comes through the base there, he sees the ball down, and then watch this reaction to run to second. Oh, no, there it is. And then now, since he has declared himself a runner, he can be tagged out.
We got a 9 on the assist on that play.
Yeah.
Right fielder came into the play.
So we have an outfield assist. But right there, Zen did not stop. And it's a good thing that he didn't stop, because that's the only thing that allowed that run to score, is that the tag happened after that run crossed the plate. So that makes it 4-0 now.
So an infield single, an error on the play. And
yes. So it's a single, and E3 allows Zen to score. There's no RBI. And then that goes down as a pickoff, essentially.
A what?
What's the numbers? What are the numbers that we're working with? You said there was a 9?
There a 9. Right fielder came in and picked the ball up. And I think and then Leyva, I think
3 never touched it. So a 1-9 put out.
See, I think Leyva, the first baseman, made the tag.
Oh, did it? Okay.
That's what I think, but I'm still busy trying to how this works.
You're monitoring.
You're helping with that.
There you go.
So it's a 4-0 ball game here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Magnets.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's one of the great struggles. Lanny Fratteri versus Magnets.
Against technology. Well, I'll tell you what, you think about that. That's most unfortunate. This is just a slow roller.
Yep.
That should have been a way to end the inning, or at least not allow that 4th run to score on a play like that.
And did the first baseman trip over the first base?
No, second baseman stumbled over first base. I mean, okay, so you don't get the out here, all right?
First baseman.
But
he didn't even trip over the base. He just lost his footing completely. And then right fielder to the first baseman. So it is a 3-9-3 put out there.
Noe Valenzuela takes a pitch high, ball 1.
So 9-3 put out, because that 3 the overthrow from 3 was the error, so he can't get that. Cannot be a part of the assist.
So you can't have negative positive.
Too many numbers. Too many numbers.
You can't go negative and
no
positive.
negative positive. Only positive.
No, only negative.
Positive. Negative already counted. Can't combine the negative and the positive. That just drags everything down.
Thank goodness, folks, you have a mute button.
If somebody's got closed captioning going, it's probably just scrolling through ridiculously fast and can't read anything that we're saying. Now all of a sudden a phone number gets thrown in there. A 3933955.
Strikeout. Yeah, this Navajo offense has been held to 2 hits by a couple of Chinese Taipei pitchers. 3rd strikeout for Chen. And now first plate appearance for Momomea. Game 6 of the 2026 Prince-Cape Pony League World Series. Not only do we have a team from Germany participating in this year's Pony League World Series, we also have an umpire from Germany, the gentleman working behind home plate, Oskar Patzus, who hails from Berlin, Germany, as an electrician. Well, fouled back. Nobody on and 2 down. Taichung City, 4 runs on 5 hits. Navajo, Mexico, no runs on 2 hits. Full count on Momomea. The pitching staff of Chinese Taipei, strikeouts, groundouts, a couple of lineouts, no putouts for the outfielders. And there is the end of the bottom of the 4th inning. Go to the 5th inning. Taichung City leads at 3-0 over Navajo.
The Prince-Cape Pony League World Series and a couple of the notable performances we've seen so far. Hagerstown, Maryland, winning their opener yesterday, and a great performance from Case and Mann, going 3 for 4 with a double, 4 RBIs and 3 runs scored in the victory over West Covina, California. He also pitched 4 innings on the mound. Jesus Valenzuela, the young man who gave Navajo, Mexico a walk-off victory in their win over South Hills, Pennsylvania. And Washington County opening up their tournament run with a victory over Hidalgo, Texas, late last night, scoring all 7 of their runs in the 6th inning to win by the final of 7-1.
Chinese Taipei, 5th inning.
Huan He Wu will lead off the 5th. 4-0. Chinese Taipei leads. Chinese Taipei beaten twice, upset twice 2 years ago by Guaynabo, Puerto Rico. It just so happens that the way the bracket was set up, Guaynabo, Puerto Rico is in the upper half of the bracket. So should there be a replay of 2024, and if Puerto Rico and Chinese Taipei are to meet again in a championship game, or meet again, it will be in the championship game Wednesday night. And foul ball back out of play. Hitters 8, 9, and 1 for Chinese Taipei. The next game for you, Paderborn, Germany against Bay County, Michigan. Third game of the day, West Covina, California versus South Hills, Pennsylvania. And one away. Not surprising that we'll experience a decent number of strikeouts in this competition.
What, 2 games yesterday with 25 strikeouts in each of them? Our last 2 games of the day yesterday.
Yeah, I was just looking for...
Did you do your homework last night?
I did. I made out a card for that, and oh, here it is. Yeah, here it is.
Left it on the table?
Well, what I was going to point out is that we've had 2 teams so far. The pitching staffs have recorded 13 strikeouts. Now the whole Mexico did it in its win over South Hills, and Hidalgo, Texas, 13 strikeouts in a 6-inning loss to Washington County yesterday. One down, nobody on. And the pitch down low. This is Chinese Taipei's first game of the tournament. What happens is the zones that participate in the championship game from the previous year automatically get quote-unquote buys in the first round. That is the Washington County and Chinese Taipei, the combatants in that 2025 title. So Washington County didn't play its first game of the tournament until 5 o'clock yesterday. And here Chinese Taipei, they arrived on Wednesday and didn't play Friday, didn't play Saturday, went to the Pirates game last night. Ball 4, the ball pops away from Valenzuela. Hung to first base. Hey, Tyler Barnett, we're both very proud to announce West Virginia baseball on ESPN Plus, and we're deeply indebted to Scott Bartlett, who's our director here for the Pony League World Series, and is the Roone Arledge of West Virginia television for the university. And Scott, fresh off a trip to Napa Valley this summer.
You see, I thought he looked a little tanner than the last Pony
Yeah,
World Series.
Scott's daughter Sarah was married this summer. She married Alex Baylog, and the wedding was in Napa, California.
Nice. So maybe it was the wine that had tinted his skin. Sure.
By the way, Sarah worked the Pony League World Series several years ago, and Sarah's husband, Alex, is the TV executive producer for sports at Virginia Tech.
Okay.
Where's that, Blacksburg?
Blacksburg, yeah. Can't believe Scott would allow that marriage to happen. A Hokie and a
No,
Mountaineer.
I would think Scott's approach would be, Apparently, Alex is a graduate of WVU.
Okay, all right, that's
and plus,
fair.
he's a,
That's
I mean,
fair.
if you're gonna, if you want,
that's...
if you're giving advice to your daughter, you say, please try to find somebody that you like.
Yes.
That's in television. Left center field, off the wall. Second and third. Sean Hong Tai, after striking out in the first and striking out in the third, an extra base hit, second and third for Taichung City. One out.
Chinese Taipei has 2 singles, 3 doubles. I'm sorry, 3 singles, 3 doubles. So just as many extra base hits as singles.
And we had made the comment back in the first inning that Chinese Taipei's hitters were 3 for 3 with runners in scoring position. That is still the story.
Yep.
But let's see what happens here with a couple of runners in scoring position. Or to use a cliche from baseball announcers, ducks on the pond.
Ducks on the pond.
Chinese Taipei Ducks. Through the legs of catcher Valenzuela. 5-0. Chinese Taipei leads as Huang scores and Tai ends up at third.
Still 3 for 3 with runners in scoring position. Nothing's changed.
Infield playing in. It was when there were runners at second and third.
Yep.
Chinese Taipei scoring 3 runs in the first, 1 in the fourth, 1 here in the 5th inning. Up high. 6 hits for Chinese Taipei coming from 6 different players. Mumamea's pitch. Swing and a miss.
Great block by Valenzuela to save a run there, at least for the moment.
Nothing. Chinese Taipei leads. And a walk, second of the inning. First and third, 1 out. Watch to see how Mexico's going to play it defensively with first and third. And right now, Munoz, the manager, going out.
Tranquilo, estás demasiado apresurado. Estás demasiado apresurado. Estábamos muy bien. Nomás que ya te empezaste a apresurar. Tranquilo, tranquilo. Va un out. Así es, pues. Si te tensionas, no te salen los picheos. ¿Está bien? Lo estás picando demasiado enfrente. Dale mejor, dale mejor. Dale pues, vamos con ellos. Vamos.
First and third, Zi Hung Yang ready to stand in. Doubled and scored in the first inning. And the middle infielders double play depth. Ty, the runner at third. Swong is the runner at first. Runner at first going. Ball bounces away. The ruling is a swing, and on the play, not only does Ty score, but Zhuang ends up at third base. Stolen base, wild pitch, and it is 6-0 in favor of Taichung City. Runner at third now. The infield's playing halfway. Only one out. So after one out of the inning, walk, double, wild pitch, walk, wild pitch. Ground ball to first. The run will score to make it 7-0 Chinese Taipei. Well, that's most unfortunate there. Had the defense been playing in and should have taken the out at the plate, but did not. Well, there's two plays now in the last two innings with balls hit up the first base line that led to runs and shouldn't have.
Should not have, yeah.
Most baseball fans love offense, but the key to winning baseball, pitching and defense.
Yep.
So it is now a 7-0 mountain that Navajo, Mexico must climb.
And all of the runs from Chinese Taipei have come in succession. You know, we talked earlier about, yeah, you can give up a hit scattered throughout an inning, but it's the consecutive hits and walks that really get to you. That back in the first inning, double, single, 3-run score in that inning. And then here we're looking at the fifth, walk, double, walk. Add in the wild pitches, the stolen bases, and then you've got another 3-run inning.
There is a 10-run rule in pony baseball. Right now it's a 7-run advantage for Taichung City. The catcher Valenzuela was way off the plate, and the pitch was well outside.
Also another catcher's mitt. This is the fourth different mitt that he's had in the game today.
The loser of this game has to come back at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. And then, as I said, anybody that drops into that loser bracket, the need to play 2 games and win 2 games on Tuesday. Out number 3, Jesus Valenzuela makes the catch. 3 runs on 1 hit for Chinese Taipei. And Chinese Taipei leads by 7.
We've been in your community since
The play of the game happened back in the bottom of the first inning. At the end of the bottom of the first inning, it was a diving catch for the third out by Yi-Fei Hu, Chinese Taipei. Diving catch to end the first with a runner on first and keep Mexico scoreless.
And the need to go down the hallway at the hotel. Hopefully they got washer dryers in the corner there.
Get that jersey cleaned up.
Mandeville is one of the 2 Mexican hits. Chen came on in the second. Siyu Wu started the game for Chinese Taipei and pitched to 6 batters. Officially went 1 inning plus. Base hit to right. Mandeville's second hit, leadoff single here in the 5th inning, and Mexico down 7-0.
Right fielder Andres Munoz.
Munoz. Sacrifice bunt in the second. Missed opportunity there for Mexico. Had its first 2 men on in that second inning, and sacrifice bunt gave Navajo, Mexico runners at second and third, 1 out, but then a soft liner to third led to a 5 unassisted inning-ending double play. It's the only time in the game that Mexico's had runners in scoring position. Ground ball, base hit into left field, back-to-back singles. Coming from the 6th and 7th hitters of the Navajo, Mexico lineup.
Pinch hitter here.
Riza is going to bat.
Mauricio.
Two on and nobody out. It's getting late. Navajo needs to try to come up with some runs here to start cutting into the deficit. And the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. And 2-1. By the way, you may want to note that in this situation, there's really no reason for the middle infielder to jockey with a runner at second base.
Nope, stay in your positions.
Hold your ground because it's a 7-0 lead that you're enjoying.
Yep. And you don't want to get pulled out of position from a base runner and have a ball roll right to where you were.
And then just as we say that,
inside
they try a pickoff attempt. Well, okay, just let them know that we know you're there.
I'll do it
again. I still don't get it.
Third time? Third time? 3 of them? 3 in a row?
Why? What's the big deal with that runner at second? Yeah, I know you agree with me.
Did it once. Why not do it 5 more times?
But that old adage about the pitcher should be concentrating on the batter, and why worry about that guy at second base? You don't get bonus points for pitching a shutout. 2 on, nobody out. Ground ball to third, out at second, double play around the horn. And if you're tempted to say, well, yeah, but that's because they left, they kept the runners close. Well, don't give me that, because the first baseman was not holding the runner-ons, and then yet they still turned the double play. And a change coming here. The translator for Chinese Taipei, Anita Chin, coming over to alert Bob Gregg to the changes forthcoming. It is 7-0. Chinese Taipei leads in the 5th inning.
7-0 lead on Mexico in the bottom of the 5th, and this is we're about to see the third pitcher of the game for Chinese Taipei, and it fits a similar pattern to what they did a year ago in winning this championship. After dropping their opener, they won 6 consecutive games to win the title. They used multiple pitchers in each game, and throughout the roster, they used 9 different pitchers to win that championship a year ago. 4 pitchers appearing in 2 games and 1 in 3 games.
So, Zihong Yang is the third pitcher and comes from right field to the mound. Tien enters the game and playing right field. 2 double plays that have been part of the story. His defensive double plays turned in by Taichung City and denying Navajoa, Mexico opportunities.
Pinch hitter Diego Ruiz pinch hitting here for Jesus Valenzuela.
Ruiz, who did such a fabulous job starting the game yesterday, went 5 innings as the starter, gave up only 1 run. Important to the 4-3 8-inning win for Mexico. Yes. No runs, 2 hits, double play, 1 left. At the end of 5, Chinese Taipei 7, Mexico nothing.
At Printscape Imaging and Graphics, we're more than printers. We're partners in creativity and community. From sponsoring local charities.
Number 17, Mauricio Ariza. And will play right field.
Ariza playing right field.
Leading off for Taichung City in the 6th, first baseman, Lei Ya.
And Munoz and facing Lei Ya. Doubled, driving it around and scored a run in the first inning. 3 runs for Chinese Taipei in the first. And they hit batsman. And now the catcher, Kai Jun-chen, batting with a man aboard here in the top of the 6th inning. 7-0. Chinese Taipei leading. And a called strike. Chinese Taipei 7 runs, 6 hits. Mexico no runs on 4 hits. Rico Leyva started with 3 innings and was charged with 3 runs, and then Momomea pitched 2 innings and he gave up 4 runs.
41 pitches for Momomea.
By the way, he gave up the 4 runs on 2 hits and walked 3. Base hit to right, and 2 men on. That brings up the question about bunting here, just hoping that you can shorten this game. The 10th run, or the run that would give the potential 10th run, sitting right here at home plate now in Tien. Shows bunt, ball 1. Young man who has the index finger of his right hand high in the air.
Both index fingers, I believe.
Are they both up?
Yeah, they're both up. Yeah, both up. Just the bottom one now. Now both.
Ball goes into center field on the pickoff attempt.
No need for a bunt now.
Off the dome. And the error, second and third, and nobody out.
Second error of the game.
Second and third, nobody out. Top of the 6th inning. 7-0 Chinese Taipei. And a called strike. We have already had 2 shortened games in this tournament. Bay County was beaten 14-1 by Guanajuato, Puerto Rico. A pitch behind the hitter. Another wild pitch leading to a run. 3rd time in 2 innings that we've had a Chinese Taipei runner score by way of the errant pitch. So Ya comes home, and over to third base is Yen. to 1, the Guanajuato, Puerto Rico win in 5 innings, and Hagerstown, Maryland defeated West Covina at 12-2 in 5 innings. Tien, the batter, with a runner at third, nobody out. Step and a throw to third, and picked off. 1-5 pickoff with Axel Mendeville able to make the tag, and first out of the inning.
Not often you see that. See a lot of the lefty making that move to first base, but difficult play to make with that third baseman sneaking in there at the last minute.
Two outs.
Center fielder, Wu. 50-50, 407.
And now Wu Nobody on, a run in.
$76 winning tickets. Coming your way in a moment.
One run, one hit, nobody left on base after 5.5. Chinese Taipei 8, and Mexico supporting along with Prince-Cape the Pony League World Series. Left-hander Xi Yang came on and in relief in the 5th inning. Ready to face the top of the Navajoa, Mexico batting order. Here with the Taiyong City team. I mentioned the translator Anita Chin, also the principal of the academy, Wong Puning, is here. Had a chance to visit with Wong yesterday. Not only the principal, but 30 years teaching geography and technology.
Did you show him your atlas?
No, but I meant to.
Probably would have been so proud.
I bet she has her own atlas.
Probably.
Ball fouled away as Enriquez gets his first plate appearance here in the bottom of the 6th inning. What percentage of American households do you think have an atlas?
Oh, less than one.
Ball drops in, and backing up on the plate, Ty. So the leadoff single here in the 6th inning. Navajoa had the opportunity in the 5th inning, got back-to-back leadoff singles, but came away with nothing. And now Figueroa, whose dad is the coach at first. So the opportunities were there for the Mexicans in the 2nd and the 5th. Trying to replicate what they did in the 2nd and the 5th innings, but change the script a little bit and lead to some scoring. 8-0, bottom of the 6th inning. Second baseman Zhang, and one away.
First baseman, number 21, Edgar Lema.
Tyler, your experience with youth baseball, is there any way when your team is down 8-0 in the 6th inning, is there any way that you can instill life in your club?
I think that's hard coming from a coach. I mean, yeah, obviously the coach is going to try, but I think that's got to come from within the players themselves. The coach can try as much as they want to you know.
Yeah, but do you run the risk that your team sees the rah-rah as being gratuitous?
That's the problem. That's why, you know, and oh, here we go again type of thing of you know, you don't want to get to that point of, hey, listen, we're out of this, leave us alone type of thing. You kind of want the players to, what does that? Stringing a couple of hits together. String a couple together, it's like, oh, okay, well, maybe you scrape a run across, it's like, oh, okay, we just need a few more of these. I think it's a gradual thing. I don't think all of a sudden, like right now, I'm gonna say something to my team that's gonna make them put up an 8 spot in this inning.
Can you get quality at bats in a game like this that will pay dividends for you down the road?
I think that's what you look at now, is to not let anything slack off. Yes, you're down 8, but every single at bat, you might not be building for this game, but you're getting ready to go down into the losers bracket, and you've got to play your way through that. So don't take any of these at bats. You know, don't take them half-heartedly. You want to go in, clean up your approach so that this doesn't happen to you again. You know, you've got 5 hits right now against this team that's put up 8 runs against you. So you'll never see this Chinese Taipei team again, because this is one of those flip games, one of those crossover games.
Yeah, if you see him again, it's going to be in the championship
game.
Noe Valenzuela 0 for 2 in the game. So here it is, second time in the game that now the whole of Mexico's had a couple of men on base. 2 on, nobody out in the second, didn't score. 2 on, nobody out in the 5th, didn't score. Here it's 2 on and 1 out, and the line drive foul ball. Players participating in the Pony League World Series, particularly players from Mexico and Chinese Taipei. They've come all this way. Shot to center. And the bases are loaded. So here it is for Mexico, down 8-0. And the bases are loaded, 1 out.
So this is exactly what you need. Just string a few together, get a run across here, see if you can get 2, because you can't score 8 runs until you score 1.
All right, Rodriguez, the next batter. And time called. And a change. So Young will evidently go to first. 8-0 in favor of Chinese Taipei. Ball game in the bottom of the 6th inning. Following up on something that Joe Percotta was talking about, this Chinese Taipei team not afraid to use pitchers, and having the key being is that they have the pitchers to utilize throughout the tournament. Rodriguez about to bat with the bases loaded and 1 out.
Pitchers to use. Siyu Wu, 23 pitches whenever he finished today, so he has 1 day rest. Chong Wei Chen finished with 46, so he has 2 days rest, but Zion Yan 17, so he doesn't have to sit out at all.
And a called strike. Team from Mexico 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. The key being not only that they're 0 for 3, but the fact that 3 is not all that much. But here's the opportunity to try to get a run or 2. And the foul ball out of play. One out. Middle infielders at double play depth. There have been 2 double plays put together by the defense of Chinese Taipei.
Good take there.
Second out, Rodriguez chasing a pitch up in the zone, or maybe even above the zone. That'll bring up Axel Mendeville. even though the opportunities have been there for the team from Mexico through 5 innings, only 3 men on base because of the double plays. Pitch is high. It's been, and I guess it's the nature of the game. It's been a kind of a, it's been a quiet Chinese Taipei dugout.
Yeah.
I remember the one year we had a team here from Chinese Taipei, and throughout much of the tournament, the players were singing, we will rock you. And then sure enough, they went on to sing We Are the Champions at the end of the tournament.
Big thank you today to Washington Auto Mall and Hotel Planner, sponsoring our triple header.
Enriquez at third, Leyva at second, Nue Valenzuela at first. Here in the bottom of the sixth of what is scheduled to be a 7-inning ball game. Bases loaded, 2 outs.
Everybody will be moving here. Base hit could get you a couple of runs.
And a foul ball for Chinese Taipei. 3 runs on 4 consecutive hits in the first inning. A run by way of a weak infield single and an error in the 4th inning. 3 runs in the 5th. 1 run in the 6th. And another 3-2 pitch upcoming. Long day Valenzuela behind the plate for these 6 innings so far, and he's already taken 2 sprints towards second and ready for sprint number 3. Base and loaded walk. Mexico has a run. Now 8-1 Chinese Taipei. Axel Mendenhall 2 for 2 today, plus the walk and a run scored, or rather an RBI.
Pitcher number 9, Andres Munoz.
Now Munoz. Pitch in and fouled back out of play. Left in the dirt of the 1 ball and 1 strike. Chinese Taipei, 6th inning. Fly ball to center. Wu makes the catch. 1 run on 2 hits, 2 walks, 3 left on base. 8-1 Chinese Taipei.
Widgety.
Another 2-base hit. And a pitching change. Of the 10 runs scored, just 4 RBIs.
Yeah.
1 run scored on an error. 4 on wild pitches, 1 on a balk.
Recta, curva y cambio. Si venimos a experimentar aquí, no puede. 2 golpes en curva.
Speaking of being fidgety, let's go to Joe.
Well, as we mentioned, guys, a little bit earlier, one of the many notable alumni that have played both at the Major League Baseball level and in this Pony League World Series is 2018 National League MVP Christian Yelich, and he talks about some of the lessons he learned from competing in this event.
Just you learn teamwork. You learn what it's apart to be, what it's like to be part of a team. Learn the game, and just it's something that I still love today. We talk about it still, every now and then. We don't talk about it all the time, but there's times when we're with their buddies and we'll still bring up the Pony League World Series or playing pony baseball together, and it's just memories. Like it's a game. It's fun. It's supposed to be fun. It's definitely different than the major leagues. Not that the major leagues isn't great, because it is. It's different, and a lot of fond memories from playing pony ball.
14 years in the big leagues for Christian Yelich, many of those with the Milwaukee Brewers, team that's one of the best teams in the majors right now, guys.
Second base, number 9, Andre Jr.
So the fourth pitcher of the game for Navajoa, Mexico, Jesus Valenzuela, going to the mound. It is a 9-run advantage with a runner at second base and nobody out.
Guys, you talk the whole time. Come, let's.
Batters at first base, number 13, Zihan Yang.
And now Zihan Yang stepping in. Yang started the scoring in this ball game. He had a 2-out first inning double. And he came around to score the first run of the ball game on the single by Ian Lowe. Pretty much all Taichung City, though there were opportunities, limited opportunities for the team from Mexico. Fly ball into left center field. Dropping in. Swang Jung scores another double, another RBI double. 11-1 is the lead for Taichung City. 10-run rule doesn't matter here because Navajoa has a chance to bat in the bottom of the 7th inning. And with nobody out, how big will the deficit be in the bottom of the 7th? Low 1 for 3. Mentioned a moment ago, he's the player that knocked in the game's first run. This is just the 6th game of the tournament, but 3rd time in the first 6 games that we've had a team score double-figure runs. Guaynabo, Puerto Rico, the 14-1 win over Bay County in 5 innings on Friday in a game that started Friday and was completed on Saturday. Another errant pitch.
Pass ball scored there.
The other double-digit run game, Hagerstown, 12-2 win in 5 innings over West Covina. Dribbler, third base line. So run scores. Jesus Valenzuela tried to get that ball to the plate in time, but ball kicked into foul ground, and so it is now 12-1. Second RBI for Lowe. Chinese Taipei had a 21-0 win over Colombia last year, but that was a 4-inning game. And still nobody out. Ball in the dirt. Nobody was covering. The ball goes into center field.
The wheels are coming off.
Well, this inning, a hit batsman and 3 doubles and an infield single and a balk and a wild pitch and a couple of wild pitches and a pass ball. Fly ball, left field line, home run. Leia with a 2-run homer down the left field line. It is 14-1 in favor of Chinese Taipei, and there are still no outs in the top of the 7th inning.
Like a Scotty Scheffler home run. The back foot drops out. Both of the feet kind of moving around as he hits that.
Seventh batter of the inning. And now Yang 2 for 2 with a run batted in, a run scored. And 3 RBIs for Leia. Ball off the glove on an E6. And the team from Mexico just cannot come up with that elusive first out of the inning. Now Tien. Tell you how messy this has been the last couple of innings. Of the last 11 batters that have come to the plate, only 2 have been retired. Seven consecutive batters in this 7th inning reaching safely. Ball hit into right center field. And there it is, the first out of the 7th inning. Anita Chen is out, and that indicates the pinch hitter, Chen Lo Chen.
Entering the game to bat, number 1, Chen Hao Qian. Courtesy runner to the catcher.
Courtesy runner again for the catcher. And it'll be Z.E. Shi. to 1, Taichung City over Navajo, Mexico. Mexican team that had an exciting 4-3 8-inning win yesterday. We've had 5 home runs in this tournament so far. Sergio Pagana, a 3-run homer for Guaynabo, Puerto Rico in the 3rd inning of the game Friday that was completed on Saturday. Aiden O'Farrell, a 3-run homer for Guanabo in that same game. Payson Mann, a 3-run home run for Hagerstown in the ball game yesterday that Hagerstown won 12-2, beating West Covina. And Hesiel Figueroa, a solo home run in the win over South Hills yesterday. Figueroa from Mexico. What Pony Baseball attempts to do is to come up with a souvenir baseball from each home run and then present that ball to the player in a short ceremony around home plate. Chien strikes out, second out of the 7th inning. And that brings up Yifei Huang, who started this inning with a hit batsman and came around and scored the 9th run. 14-1, Chinese Taipei. And how about this? Second time in the inning that Huang has been hit by a pitch. Two men on. Chinese Taipei, first game last year. And it happened to be the first game of the 2025 Princegate tournament. Simi Valley beat Chinese Taipei 6-5.
If I remember correctly, Chinese Taipei led for a good majority of that game. I know they had the lead right from the get-go because the first batter of the game hit a home run.
Yes, and Simi Valley had a 2-run single that tied the game at 5, and then a 3-run 6th inning.
Yeah.
And then Riley Loggins had the game-winning double. By the way, that was the game in which En Chen hit the 5th pitch of the tournament for a home run.
For a home run out to right field.
I know I've told you this story before, but when you have a game like this, from a baseball announcing standpoint, I'm reminded of what Skip Carey once said for the Atlanta Braves when the Braves were being beaten convincingly in a ball game. Skip said, "If you promise to patronize our sponsors, we give you permission to turn us off." I'm also reminded of the stories out of New York. Phil Rizzuto, the great shortstop of the New York Yankees, who became a broadcaster, and Phil Rizzuto was notorious for if he announcing a game and he didn't like it, he'd get up and go home.
Put the ball out of the play. You have to wipe off your hands.
There's two men on. $14-1 ball game. And there is that number 3. 7 runs in the 7th inning. Haichung City leads at 14-1. Go to the bottom of the 7th. He is on the mound as the 5th pitcher of the ball game for Chinese Taipei. Yan In Zhou. And hitters 8, 9, and 1 for Navajoa, Mexico. Our second game Second game, Paderborn, Germany against Bay County, an elimination game. Ariza to bat now. Ariza bounced into a double play in the 5th inning. Swing and a miss. Most Major League Baseball announcers, and I guess most announcers for colleges or minor league, keep their own scorebook. I guess some, with the technology now, there are some that are going to a laptop where there's a scorecard that is on the laptop. I never felt that you could do a good job announcing that way, but my good friend and former partner Bob Walk, Bob never filled out his own scorecard. He just every major league team would print up the starting lineups, a scorecard, and Bob would just use what was printed by the teams. And if Bob Walk were announcing this game, he would have ripped up his scorecard back in the 5th inning.
I wonder what kind of stories Bob Walk would have gotten into during this game. We probably would have been all over the map, right?
Well, I'll tell you, the guy that really would have given you a whole host of stories and told you is Steve Blass.
Oh, Blass, yeah.
I mean, Blass, Bob's a great analytical sportscaster. Steve is more inclined to give you the spirit of a game. Yep. Matter of fact, if you ask Steve to analyze a game, he would probably break out in hives. Okay, but he certainly had wonderful stories, and some of them were true. All fouled away. Jesus Valenzuela batting here with a man on in the 7th inning.
I told you the time that I went to a dinner with Kent DeColvey and Steve Blass were the speakers.
Fly ball to left, one away here in this bottom of the 7th inning.
And they served dinner, and then Blass and Teak got up there with chairs and microphones and just started talking. I thought they were going to have to serve a second dinner. I mean, we were there for very long. It was interesting. It was a blast. It was great to hear all of the stories and hear them talk back and forth. But it got to the point where we started checking our watches.
Throw to first. Well, we'll break right after the end of this ball game. Have a special presentation for you between games, and then come back to proudly present Bay County against Paderborn, Michigan. Bay County, Michigan against Paderborn, Germany. Don't forget the winner of the Paderborn Bay County game will be playing Mexico at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Enriquez, one plate appearance previously, singled and scored the Navajola run. And a foul ball out of play. Yeah, it's been all Chinese Taipei. The 3-run first inning and 1 run in the 4th, 3 runs in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, 7 runs in the 7th inning. Ball dropped in right, but the out at second base, 9-6. So 2 down. Down to the final out of the ball game. I give you a lot of credit, Tyler, because I must admit to you, if our rules were reversed, if you were doing play-by-play and I was a color analyst, I would have left, and I would have said, I'm going to go. I'm going to be first in the buffet line. I'm out of here. I'll see you later. I'm going first to see what's in Moose's room. Moose Brown, who is the maitre d', the watcher of the kids, provides us with tremendous hospitality.
He really does. Really does.
See, here's the thing, folks. To be very honest with you, we will get off the air so quickly.
It'll make your head spin.
Not yet. I mean, first of all, there's not much else that needs to be said. So let's get off. Plus the fact that all of our talented men and women who are working our telecast, anxious to get out of the sun for a little while, go into Moose's lounge and get ready, restock, and get ready to do excellent broadcasting. See you later, folks. Hopefully you'll join us back here as we continue coverage of the Printscape Pony League World Series presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. 14-1, Chinese Taipei advances, who play Hagerstown on Monday tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Thank you for being with us.